Could not tell you how many times I've done a voiceover for this video. Luckily, a good friend of mine came to my rescue. I'm not going to name them to drag them into the middle of this and get them involved. But they provided me with information to do completely accurate tests. As we all know, people in this channel, I don't want to brag, but I've got some pretty hefty friends that know some serious dumb stuff about this game. This person also did calm me down as well, so thank you very much to them. One of my favourite quotes, I've said it a few times: you are completely entitled to opinions that are not supported by evidence, but the moment you spread that opinion as fact, you are a liar, and if you spread that fact knowing that it's not supported by evidence, you are both a liar and a fraud. Occam's barber. Why am I saying this yet again? Well, one of my biggest complaints with this game is the amount of misinformation. Information that is readily available with a quick Google search, little bit of know-how, and the ability to type. Hell, we even have like voice recognition on computers now, so you don't even have to type. You can just talk to your computer and it does it all for you. This is all because of some weird he said, she said political issue with in-game politics and YouTube that I really couldn't give less of a fuck about, between Off Constantly and Disko. Now, like I said, the issue at hand with them is one thing. I don't care. It was brought up that we shouldn't call people out. Yeah, absolutely, we should. If I make a mistake, I expect you guys to call me out. As long as, you know, it's within reason and there's evidence to support it. If I can disprove it, or you can prove it and I can't disprove you, fine. This has happened a fair few times in the past, most notably, and the most recent was with one of my lovely subscribers, who you should also follow as well, Dispatch. Hence followed pretty much a 20-minute video of me apologising, saying I was wrong, where I went wrong, and correcting the information, as well as crediting Dispatch, as well as Hutchler, who also had a hand in proving me wrong. Yeah, nothing happens when you're wrong. Anyway, I'm using two LMGs here. One's got damage to armour, the other one has damage to health. Guess what one does more against a Chunga? Oh wait. The one with damage to health. Well, I know why? Because they're health damage. They're not armor damage. They're health damage. There's no magic involved. It's not going to change because they're on legendary. They are health damage. Like, end of story. There are posts going back 2 years with this information. Yes, granted, the armor attribute goes to 6%, whereas the health attribute goes to 9.5. Maybe they're taking damage from both armor and health, and the one with health is just doing more. No, they can't occupy the same space. I'll get to this in a little bit. So yeah, back to the point at hand. Sledgehammer, is it damage to armor? No, it's provably not. It's been proven since the PTS. It's been questioned by the devs for the PTS. There are genuine reports on it on the PTS server forum, which is now annoyingly closed, so we can't access it. But there were posts saying this is not damage to armor, but it says damage to armor. Is this intended? We didn't really get a straight answer. What we do have are varying other posts, like this one explaining the difference between damage to armor, damage to health, and the way this interacts with your weapon damage. There will be links in the description, feel free to read them. I did put them up, but someone deleted them. I wonder why. There's also this one. Does damage to armor affect armor plates on heavies? No, those are classified as armor plates, which is a little weird, but damage to health amplifies damage to those. So yet again, Chungas are health damage. Like, we can literally do this all day, but you're going to get about 20 minutes. Okay, Ravenous. I recommended using Ravenous to test this because it only applies to armor plating, which is health damage, and not armor, showing a clear distinction between armor and armor plating. this explains that. I've also done several videos, one quite recently in fact, which proves not only that Chungas have armor, but 2, the interactions of Ravenous. Next one. Weird this is quite accurate. PTS Sledgehammer. Group-wide debuff, and is not really DTA as it is worded, but an amplifier. Oh, that's weird, because I'm pretty sure I said that it's a unique multiplier, right? A unique amplifier. Bit weird this. This goes into detail, and it was edited several times, but the one thing that you really do need to pay attention to was edit 2. The debuff does increase damage done to armor plates as well as those seen on heavies and dogs, even though that these are not usually considered armor but health, as DTA doesn't, but DTH does apply to them. Simply due to the fact that Warhounds and Chungas are not armor, they are health. Armor plating is factually health, and Sledgehammer applies to them. This means Sledgehammer is not damage to armor. It can't be. There is no way for it to be that. And before people want to go, oh, but spreadsheets and like the range is wrong, I've covered a video on this as well. It's called Donkey La, because you're a fucking donkey if you think otherwise. Everything is calculable, and the range is accurate as long as you know how to use it. Anyway, let's have a little gander at this bit, shall we? So, here we have a lovely Chunga. Test subject A. We're going to shoot him. Hiding cover. That's our damage number, 528212. We're going to take contractor's gloves off and put these gloves on. We're going to be missing LMG damage, which is fine. We're not losing an LMG, but we are losing the damage to armor. The crit damage is the same. Oh, that's weird. 528212. It's almost like damage to armor doesn't actually apply to them. It's okay though. We're now going to put Hollow Man on, which is damage to health. Alright. So we've just ascertained that damage to armor doesn't work. The only thing we're actually gaining from this is the damage to health. Oh, 5-7 armor. I fucking rest my case, mate. This is a really easy test to do, which I've advised you to do on repeat. You've refused. You've not listened to reason. You've not taken into consideration the spreadsheets that I've given you, which are 100% fucking correct, and you've sat there and falsified your claim. So now, not only are you a liar, you are now a fraud. You have been lying to your followers, your community, your subscribers, and you are spreading misinformation like it's fucking candy at Halloween. You've got nothing. You don't even understand the bare basics of the game. Why are you making content for it? Now, apologies to the people that do follow me. I know you don't like it when I do videos like this, but I will hold everyone accountable. If you spread misinformation, I will crawl up your ass and spit. Soak Disko is an outright liar. He has no idea what he's doing in the game, has zero right offering advice, making videos. He has no clue. He's an idiot. I've provided him with all the information, which he goes ahead and deletes. I've provided him with spreadsheets, which he completely fucking ignores. I've given him, to the best of my ability, as far as I'm aware, the up-to-date, correct information. I am not infallible. I do get things wrong. I have proved this. However, I know with 100% certainty that Chungas, Warhounds, varying other things, it's really easy to tell. When you shoot them, you see like a flashing shield image. That's armor plating. There you are. You can see the flashing shield image right there. Armor plating. Oh look, another one. Warhound and a Chunga right there. Armor plating. That's health damage. They are not subject to damage to armor. I've explained this. I've given him the information he needs to be able to test to prove this. He ignores it. I've given him spreadsheets, Reddit posts. I've even given him a post from a fucking developer explaining this. He goes ahead and deletes them to push his own fucking narrative. Go ahead, follow him. Go for it. Get all the bad info. saying my info is the best. I have no idea whose info is the best. Personally, for me, I'd argue Astro, Luna, and I Am Fox if he ever comes back. But I can promise you now, when it comes to bad information, I've gone through a few of his videos now, and I don't think he's actually done one that I've seen so far that's actually correct. The guy's a liar. He has no idea what he's doing. Just because I love rubbing it in, here's some interactions we're able to have with armor plates. This is why I suggested you test with Ravenous, by the way, because you can do dumb stuff like this. Are you ready? That's 1 billion damage. Some of us actually work hard to get the information as best as we can. It's not always correct. I've proved that. I've got things wrong. But I can admit that, because nothing actually happens when you're wrong. So Disko, you are 100% wrong. You are falsifying your claims and you are lying to your followers. Have fun. Good luck. Don't die. It's bad for the health.